So, hi. Here I am. This video is very imperfect. Very imperfect. I'm home. Didn't go anywhere. Was sleeping the whole day. It's now, I think, about 20 past 1. And yeah, just decided to do this book review. I mean, it's been long overdue. And it's hot. It's 38 today. It won't go, so yeah, don't expect a perfect video. So imperfect, so crusty, no haircut, just me having a hard time because it's hot. Yeah. Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another video. I'm feeling quite hot and I'm very sweaty, so you'll have to forgive me. I'll keep on wiping my face because I can't switch my fan on because it makes quite a noise. My neighbor is making a noise. He was so quiet the whole time, okay? I'll wait for him to stop. He hates me. He hates me. I'll have to wait. Okay, I think he's done. I think he's done. So guys, as I was saying, it's hot. Yo, this fan. Oh gosh. Yeah. Had to switch off the fan because it's making quite a noise. So I hope you're not gonna overhear my neighbor or something in this video. But anyway, hi everyone, welcome back to yet another video. We are doing a lot of things in this video. First of all, I wanna address why I was absent for quite some time. I think you've seen in the previous video that I was in Joburg. There was a book discussion, When the Filter Fades by Janine Jealous. It was hosted by Girl Boss Under Duress, by Tembi Matosha. So it's a podcast. So she hosted that and I went. Loved it. I wish I could be in Joburg and attend those things. But I'm in the outskirts of Northwest. No life whatsoever. So I have to keep on missing those things. But that weekend I decided, let me go for a weekend away. Go see my cousin. And then, yeah, that happened. So in October, I had so much fun. The other half of October, I was having so much fun being groover and out there, living my life. I was a 20-something-year-old, and I was also celebrating my birthday. So, when you live in a small town, you tend to crave that thing of being in another town or big city or whatever. So, I was experiencing that in October. So I did exactly that. I couldn't have time to record, I won't lie, I didn't have time. So yeah, that's what happened. So I'll start, what should I start with? The review or the questions? Let me start with the questions because I did these questions in September. I had a question tag on Instagram, and yeah, there were like 5 responses, so I'm gonna respond to that and address those questions. So I asked a question about what's that one thing that puts you off when you think of reading a book. So I wrote down the questions, guys, because I'm using my phone to record. So yeah, please forgive me if I keep on looking down. So I wrote it down and I wrote a few points. So yeah, I'll keep on looking down, but yeah, I think you get the gist. So the first answer was the one thing that puts someone off is if it will meet my expectation. The first person said if it will meet my expectation. Né? So for me, before I buy a book, I always look at the description. Obviously it should be a book in the genre that I am interested in, whether it's non-fiction or fiction. Like, I enjoy self-help, I enjoy romance, you know. So you get your crime books if you enjoy crime, you know. So you check the description of the book. I think it will give you a gist of how the book is. Although sometimes it's clickbait and it goes because of maybe the writing, the language, like I addressed in my first video, that sometimes authors use such difficult language. But I think reading the description does help quite a lot. And also the hard part about knowing whether a book will meet your expectations or not is to actually read the book. Unfortunately, you have to read the book to know whether, you know, sometimes you'll notice mid-book that this is not for me, and then you just let it go. And it's fine to not finish a book, guys. Like, you don't have to finish a book you're not enjoying. It's just like, now I'll be watching okay, I hate movies, but sometimes I'll watch a movie and I'll realize 30 minutes in, but you know what, not for me, and I'll switch it off. So with books also, you don't have to finish a book. If you're not feeling it, yeah, let it go. Like, just leave it. Yeah, and there's no shame in that. You look for another book that you enjoy. It's trial and error, just like life is trial and error. Yeah, man, got go. But anyway, yeah. The second person said, I grew up reading books, novels. I was always happy with the imaginations of creating the visuals in my head. Ndakhula ndathi nqa kwi-visuals ngoku ingaske ndiyibukele incwadi or have something else, or have someone else read it out loud for me. Inoba kungabi nawo namehlo angazodinwa, just by reading ndivele ndozele ugqiba kwam ndivuke sendifunda i-ending. So what this person means is that they don't like reading like a physical copy. They prefer visuals. And they prefer someone else to read the book for them instead of them reading the book. So they prefer visuals. So I know currently the most books have audio versions. So where a book will have its audio version, but I'm not there yet. Like, I hate audio versions. Sometimes I just get annoyed by the person's voice. Oh my gosh, lighting. The sun just went zoop. I hope that doesn't affect my video. But anyway, so you can get audio versions to read out the book for you, but I feel that is even more boring. But if for this person, I think they'd prefer that, because they did mention that they'd prefer someone else to read it out loud for them. So the audio versions would read the book for you and maybe create the visuals in your head a lot better than reading physically. And I understand, guys, like, reading a book can get boring, but yeah, we have preferences. Honestly, I prefer reading it, highlighting, writing down notes, and all of those things, ne? Rather than reading, rather than sorry, audio versions. Ne, Bamian Gowes. He's playing music, and I don't know if. Oh wow, come and them. Sorry for this. Okay, I went to ask him. Sweetheart told me he'll switch it off. So also I think we're to the interest of, as I was saying, sorry guys, had to go ask for him to tone it down. Ugh, I hope this music is not gonna interfere my video, because I don't have another place to go. But anyway, yeah, I as I was saying, it's, you have to be interested in the book for you to be able to read it. But also, my concentration span when it comes to reading is 10 out of 10. I will highlight, I'll write down, so I'll be very active when reading a book. And then the third one is, the third person said, I will gladly buy books that I find interesting, start reading it, then lose interest mid-book. As I said, normal. Not every book is going to be interesting. You don't have to finish every book. You can tap out anytime. If you feel on the 4th page that you stop reading. So now that's what I always vouch for people stopping to read a book that you have no interest in. If you feel this is not for me, because Unangamsa recommended it, you have to like it. No, you don't have to like it, because I mentioned it. I was talking from my perspective and from my interests. So my interest and your interest is not the same. So you can stop reading a book, it's fine. And the 4th person said, fear of missing the plot. Yet oftentimes it's about enjoying the story and joining the dots at the end. That is very normal, and to get the plot or join the dots in the end, unfortunately you have to read the book to its very end. So just try. Well, I'll understand, but you get bored maybe the first 15 pages are gonna, but then you carry on. That's what I believe in. I'll carry on. I give it a chance. I'll even put it down after 15 pages. Then the following morning I'll come back and read it again. So yeah, you can. There's so many ways to go about reading a book. And then the 5th one was just said you are fair. Has no interest in books. It's fine. Like now, guys, I have no interest in movies. You will suggest a movie and I'll feel I won't watch a movie. I don't have that much patience. So it's a no from me. So I understand why this person I would feel, but so books are not for everyone. As I said in the first video, it used to bore me, but then yeah, I got the hang of it and now I enjoy it. So yeah, that was it with the questions. With the question that I asked on Instagram. Please guys, when I ask a question on socials, please engage with me. It makes me feel good and it makes me have more content. So please, so star of the show, get to the main girl, the star of the show. What happened to you? So let me read this part. Oprah Winfrey and renowned brain development and trauma expert Dr. Bruce Perry discussed the impact of trauma and adversity and how healing must begin with a shift to asking what happened to you rather than what's wrong with you. Through deeply personal conversations, Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Bruce Perry explore how what happens to us in early childhood influences the people we become. They challenge us to shift from focusing what's wrong with you or why are you behaving that way to asking what happened to you. Most of us experience adversity that has a lasting impact on our physical and emotional health. What happens to us in childhood is a powerful predictor of our risk for health problems down the road and offers scientific insights into the patterns of behavior so many struggle to understand. Here, Winfrey shares stories from her own harrowing past and her understanding of the vulnerability that comes from facing trauma at a young age. Joining forces with Dr. Perry, one of the world's leading experts on childhood trauma, Winfrey marries the power of storytelling with science and clinical experience to better understand and overcome the effects of trauma. The two focus not only on a new understanding of people's behavior, but also on trauma's effects on our own lives. It's a subtle but profound shift in our approach to trauma that allows each of us to understand our past so that we may clear a path to our future, opening the door to resilience and healing in a proven, powerful way. Guys, this book, loved it. I loved it so much. And you know, when you don't, there are those times when you don't realize something is actually really bothering you, or you are going through this but you're unaware of it. I'll make an example. My neighbors, I think I did this video at the wrong time, but anyway, so I was saying, like, sometimes you realize that how your parents reacted to a certain situation or whatever, that will impact you and how you react to things in life. So our parents are an image of what we think is right, so their actions as a child you think is the right way. I hope I'm making sense. So if your parent was abusive and you saw that abuse, you will feel abuse to the next person is the right thing to do, because that's how you see your caregiver or your parent. We see them as perfect people, and so growing up, that was umdu that you see as perfect. So whatever they do, you will imitate, you will want to do as well. So if, for example, if my mom beats up my dad, I will think that's the correct way of communicating. That was a way of my mom communicating with my dad. Or I would think that's the correct way to address this behavior. So hitting the next person is how we are supposed to do it, you know? So those things you grow up with, but they also mention how you are able to shift from that behavior or from that mindset because you grew up seeing whatever was done. Sorry, it doesn't make it right. So in adulthood, you are able to shift and see the other way of doing. That's where community comes in. That's where, when you associate with other people, that's when you will see and actually know that we grew up differently. Oh, so and so's parent did it this way. Or you'll see, this, like, why are you such a calm person? I never see you angry or whatnot. And some people really didn't experience that growing up. They grew up perfectly. Their parents could communicate with them. Guys, communication goes a long way. You communicating that you are hurt is actually a big thing. So that's what I took out from this book, that we saw our parents as perfect, but they are also imperfect in their own right. Ne? We are imperfect as humans. I'm also imperfect. But I have, now my role as an adult is to change or shift that mindset, shift that behavior. It's not right. It will never be right. Now you learn the right thing. It will take time, yes. It's not something that you will do over a year or so, but when you put in the work, trust me, you can deal with the trauma that way. It's childhood trauma. Growing up in abuse, growing up in an aggressive household, growing up in a household that you can't voice out or communicate. It's childhood trauma. It will cause trauma, although when you are not aware. So we are not perfect. That's one thing I know. Whether you've experienced abuse or you haven't experienced abuse, but our perfect. We are not perfect. No one grew up in a perfect household. So it taught me to be more, you need to be more kinder. And it talks a lot about regulating your emotions. You need to call yourself out. But hey, yes, this is making you angry. But like, think about it. So react that you would react in a certain way or whatnot. So that's what it taught me now. Also, I love this. There's this part towards the end, ne? Guys, a very insightful book, but it's triggering, and I don't want to get into the deep end of things, because I might say things that might be a trigger to the next person, which I already said, but I'm sorry about that. I was just mentioning what is going on in the book. So this book says here, no matter what has happened, you get a chance to rewrite the script. It really is never too late. Healing is possible. The key is knowing where to start the process and matching the developmental needs of the person. So you don't have to stay toxic. Sorry. Ew. You don't have to stay toxic. You don't have to be it's not you. Don't stick with Ndimo and Lelo and that's it. No. It's not, you are not supposed to be behaving that way. It's not the right thing to do. We need to be self-aware. If people keep on complaining about your behavior, sometimes I understand people think, yeah, I don't care what people think. People can say whatever they want to say, but guys, sometimes really we don't care what people think. Now for me, if people can notice one pattern about you, like more people can notice one pattern about you, if 5 people can mention that my tone is off, then it means there's something. Like, at the end of the day, you chill at night in your own thoughts and you internalize these things, but at the end of the day, when I was like, are these people really saying what I am? When you introspect, do you see yourself as this person, or do you need to change here and there? And there's nothing wrong, guys, with the changer, but it takes quite a long time. So yeah, man, like, if you want to get a a clear understanding about childhood trauma, especially if you're a parent. I feel if you're a parent and you're also struggling with childhood trauma, in order for you to not take that out on your child or a child that's coming, please read this book. I know there's a colleague that wanted me to give them this book so that they can read it, and I'm gonna give it to them because she's a mom, she follows my channel, she watches my channel, so I'm excited for her to read this book because yeah, it opens up, man, like a lot. So yeah, that's the book review about what happened to you. Please read it. It's triggering. If you're not ready to face your triggers, maybe let it slide for now, but I would like for everyone to read this book. It's two people having a conversation, but very insightful. I would recommend, although it's very hard to finish, so it's just that I did pointers and all of those things, so it took me quite a while. I think I took 2 months to finish the book, but it wasn't a case of it's boring. No, it's not boring, but I wanted to finish the book. And then I went to jailbreak. Went to the book discussion. They were discussing this book, When the Filter Fades. It's got 3 characters. I think I did mention in my previous video. So I decided to purchase the book. I'm not sure if we bought it at original price or what, but I think I paid $320. It was 360 or 300 and something gotta. But I'm very interested in the book. I haven't started reading, and I feel if I had read it before the discussion, then I would have been able to engage in it. So it's 278 page book by Janine Jealous. So I will get into it. There's also an ebook available if you are interested, so I'll come back with the review for this one. And then I also got myself new reads. Oops, okay, that's my lip balm. Got myself the Atomic Habits. I've been wanting to get this book. I've been hearing great reviews about it. And then I got myself this Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before by Dr. Julie Smith. So I also bought this book. So yeah, I've got 3 new reads. And then yeah, I think I showed this, but I'm so obsessed. I got a 2025 diary. I'm way ahead of the game. Then I got myself a journal, which I'm gonna use because the other one that I'm using is nearly finished. And then guys, you might think people don't watch your channel, or because you've got, like with me, I've got less than 140 or 150 subscribers, but you might think people don't follow your channel. But there's actually a niche for everyone. Like there is someone out there who will love your channel, who will support you and your channel. So luckily for me, a subscriber inboxed me on Instagram, and it's very windy today, so if you hear the wind, please excuse that. Hey Vijamia Gwa, today I've got a lot of ups and downs, but anyway, so a subscriber sent me a DM on Instagram. Hey, can I please get your address? I want to send you something. Like, okay. I gave her the address. We've been following each other, I think, since high school days, but we've never met. Like Jeko Instagram, I know her from Instagram. I'm sure now she knows me from Instagram. But she also does She doesn't do book reviews, but she loves reading, so she will talk about books also. I won't attach her handle. I don't think I'm not sure if she's that comfortable with people following her. But yeah, so she decided to send me a gift. And she said it's something small, Kemdase. So yeah, guys, it's not small because this book is expensive. She sent me this. The Mountain Is You by Brianna. I saw this book on Facebook and I've been seeing snippets of it. And I did have it in my cart, but I'm like, I'm not paying 500 for a book. And deny, and it's 500 on special. We'll take a look. I think it was like 604 by reducer to 499 or 520 something, but it wasn't cheap ever. So it was one of the books in my cart, and this sweetheart decided to send me this book. And she wrote a note, guys. Dear Nangamso, this is just a small something to congratulate you on your channel and to add to your bookshelf. May this book bring you courage, not that you need it. You're brave already. Crying in the club. Crying in the club. Okay, crying in the club. Because Nyani, guys, especially if you've just started a channel, not a lot of people watch it, and Ayamu is actually quite struggling. You're struggling. I've got like 120 something followers. I'm struggling to get to even 200, but we are nearly there. And it will get there. I believe there's something for someone anywhere in the world. So I really appreciate this. It's a great affirmation for me that I'm doing something and someone is enjoying it out there. So yeah, guys, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was very imperfect. It had a lot of hiccups, my neighbors, my whatever, etc. But I tried, and yeah, I've been wanting to do it. So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. I did not get the 150 or 200 or 300 people that I wanted for my birthday month, but I believe it's coming. I am not in a rush. It's my own thing, own race, own pace, and I'm not so consistent, so maybe I deserve it. But anyway, yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Love you guys to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.